These men don't need to grape nobody. They have women throwing themselves at them all the time, every single day, every single hour, if need be. So as far as I'm concerned, what I think sometimes actually does happen in these situations, is not necessarily grape, it's more of a fallout, that then somebody has ammunition to destroy you. How is it that you are in a situation, you are in an intimate situation, in a room?
Those two guys. One guy got...
Why are you in a room on your own with two men? Simple. That is my question. And it's not to say that what they may have done or may not have done is wrong, but it's why are you there? Why are you there? What do you think? What do you think is going to happen? Because unspokenly, you've given consent by being in a situation you are in a private room with two men, to the point that it's only the three of you that know exactly what happened. That means that whatever it is that you were doing in that room, you know that it wasn't quite correct. And maybe you changed your mind there and then. Maybe you guys had a fallout.
Well, he got found guilty. You don't believe her?
It's not that I don't believe her. Even in these situations, of course, most men are going to be found guilty, because all we need to do is cry and say, oh, he did this to me. Even same thing as young Philly. I genuinely don't believe that he needed to actually abuse this girl. I believe that he probably treated her wrong, spoke to her like trash, because obviously she's there probably moving like very loose, and no man is going to have respect for a loose girl. He probably said something that she didn't like, and then she was like, yeah, watch. This happens a lot. A lot of women actually now are able to use SA as their weapon to bring somebody down because they did something that they didn't like. That happens all the time. The same way that girls will go message a man's girlfriend. Things like this happen. So all I'm saying is, it's not to say that it's not to be taken seriously, but we need to stop allowing that to be ammunition that you can use to bring men down, because men are very vulnerable.
So they think they could just get away with the privilege of not being accountable because of all the structures that are put into place. One thing you guys mentioned before earlier was about Maury. Think about the concept of Maury. This is why so many women today are incapable of understanding the word accountability when they look at the different structures within our society today. The concept of Maury is she can test 6 to 10 men, but she'll never get booed. Ever.
She gets clapped.
She can come out up on stage and never get booed, but they'll boo all 6 of the guys, even if they were never the father.
You didn't be a dad. You need to be a dad.
She's not mine.
You're telling me that I raped you, but if I raped you, then how'd you get?
I'm a guy. No. All right.
Talk about accountability, right? Because the modern woman would prefer to lie than take accountability. So with the Amber Heard Johnny Depp case, she preferred to lie than to be seen. Because I've always said that women have a perception, right, that they want to keep up. They want to be seen a certain way.
Our image.
And so what it is that for women, image is everything. Right. And so with Amber Heard, she didn't want her image to be destroyed. With the women that go on the Maury show, and I'm telling you, they go crazy. He should have been doing this before the DNA test comes out, by the way. They're going crazy because what? They're trying to keep an image, right? The problem is, the reason why MTR was talking about, okay, DNA test should be mandatory. The reason why they won't do it is because women's image would be destroyed. Women want an image in this society, and their image is going to be destroyed. So what they would prefer to do is lie, because there are many people, most people, believe that women are quite innocent, believe that they're the ones that are always a victim, right? What will happen is their image will be destroyed and they'll be seen for who they are, and they don't want it.
In the case of 11-month-old Lila, Drew, you are not.
But you know what happens when they do get found out to be lying? They get consoled.
No, they run off.
Oh my God, I got
they run off and scream.
Don't worry. They run off and scream.
I got so many stories about this.
And everyone's like, oh, it's okay. So what it is that there's no accountability. Me and MTR know, right? If a guy does something and it's wrong and it goes tits up, there's an accountability there, right? There's accountability right there. Women get consoled. They get cuddled. They get told that it's okay. Don't worry about it. So then she does what? She goes and does it again. Yeah, because she never learned the lesson. There was no real consequence.
Exactly.
If I
and she's consoled by men and women.
Men and women.
And to help you, don't jump all over her, okay? It's okay, Lila. You okay?
I was falsely accused of sexual assault, thrown in prison, bailed out on $250,000 bail with no criminal record. I hired a private detective. We learned that this person had done it many times in other states. They drugged me in the bar on camera, multiple eyewitnesses.
Did the person in question go prison after?
They had zero interest in prosecuting a girl who made the story up, never showed up to court again. I had to fight for 11 months, and then when I was able to prove it with video evidence, they just dismissed me.
There's so many girls that do go through that, and to falsely accuse someone that they didn't do it, and then nothing happens to them. I think that's ridiculous.
Well, the problem is the women that do the false accusing, they really hurt the girls that really were hurt. I'm not going to let one evil person, when there's 100 great people and one bad person, I'm not going to let that person ruin my outlook on life. Yeah, are you going to be a little more cautious? I used to consider myself street smart until that happened. I just enjoy life more now with a little bit of caution. But
what would be your advice to maybe young men out there?
If a girl's throwing herself at you too much, you might be feeling yourself. It might make you a little bit confident, but just be wary. Not all girls are sweet, and some of them have bad agendas.